What's going on, people? Welcome back to Curtis Shaw TV, back with another live watch along. No Arsenal watch along today, so we can relax, we can enjoy some entertaining football without the stress and a massive game in the Champions League. Apologies, by the way, I listed this stream an hour ago. And I realized I'd left it on private, so it probably only showed up about 15 minutes ago. But we're here, people. We were always going to be here for this game, massive game, and looking forward to it. Big up to everyone locked in. I didn't actually do an Arsenal stream today because I thought Arteta's press conference was going to be at 1:30 because they were then going to travel to Madrid, but they traveled to Madrid, I believe, and did the press conference at 7 p.m. this evening. So we'll do some Arsenal stuff tomorrow. I think the main headlines with Arsenal was that Eze is available, and obviously Kai Havertz isn't. So yeah, but big up to everyone locked in. Hope you're well. Hit the like button. I'm sure the numbers will rise as we're live. A lot of you probably didn't know that I was live. As I said, I listed this at 6:45 and left it on private. So, but we're here, people. Let's go through the teams. One thing I want to ask, I might actually put a poll up for this. If, and it is a big if, people, if Arsenal get to the final, who would you rather play? Is basically the question that I want to ask you. If Arsenal make the final, who would you rather play? There's definitely a sort of general feeling that people think that Bayern Munich are the best team. I would actually rather play Bayern Munich. I'll be honest with you. I just think their defense, their goalkeeper, they can all be got at, in my opinion. Neuer's obviously a legend, but he's old, doesn't move as well. He's making mistakes, and I don't think that Bayern Munich defense is great either. If Arsenal make the final, who would you rather play? There you go. The poll is there. Big up to everyone locked in. I can see a lot of you saying Bayern. Kane bottles finals. PSV for revenge. I hear that. PSV. What am I doing? PSV. PSG, people. PSG will cut us open. Kembo says neither. Declan Rice. These are the champions. Yeah. Vincent Company is suspended. So his assistant, who I believe is from Birmingham, somebody put it in the chat, didn't they? Is it Aaron Dank? He's running the Bayern Munich team today. Let's go through the lineups, people. Big up to everyone locked in. Big up to Callum, who said big up C Unit in the chat. I needed this after today at work. I know how it gets, man. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just, you need to switch off from work, watch some football, relax. Look at that stadium, man. Tell you what, there'll be some atmosphere there. I get it, one step at a time. Remember, I said if we make the final, and it is a big if. Let's be real. There's no guarantees that we even get past Atletico. The PSG team, people, Savanoff in goal. He seems to have taken over from Chevalier, who was the guy that replaced Donnarumma. Why they got rid of Donnarumma, I will never know. I know they're saying he's not as good on the ball, but come on, he's one of the best goalkeepers in the world. The back four, this is probably the reason I would rather play Bayern Munich rather than PSG. Hakimi, Nuno Mendes, Pacho, and Marquinhos. Strong back four. The midfield, João Neves, Vitinha, Zaire Emery. I was just listening to a bit of the build-up there, and they're saying now, is Vitinha the best midfielder in the world? It's a discussion, that's for sure. Zaire Emery plays. Fabian Ruiz is on the bench. I believe he's just come back from injury. And then the front three, Doué, Kvaratskhelia, and Osman Ballon d'Or, Dembele. Kvara, I mean, listen, he should be at Arsenal. It's as simple as that. We were desperate for a left winger for probably the last 2 seasons. That was the player I think he would have suited Arteta's style, whatever Arteta's style is, but a dribbler that keeps the ball, that's got pace, he would have been fantastic for us. 60 million is ridiculous. He's well over 100 million if you wanted to buy him now. In terms of ability, and Dembele, who Luis Enrique has completely transformed this guy's career, turned him into a Ballon d'Or winner. I mean, Dembele winning the Ballon d'Or before Kylian Mbappe and Haaland and Kane and Yamal and all them, but that's the power of Luis Enrique. What a manager. Lucas Beraldo, Zabirini, Ramos, Kang, Hernandez, Mayulu, Mbai, and Bradley Barcola. Oh, guys, yeah, I don't even want to talk about Arteta during this stream. I want to focus on pretty football. You know what I mean? I don't want to think about Mikel Arteta style football. That's just going to drag the mood down. Big up Mohammed in the chat, man. Hope you're well, bro. Big up to you. Yeah, Mr. FIFA, for once on this channel, we're actually going to watch two tactically astute managers that will play attacking football with two sets of great players. Yeah, you're right. It'll all come crashing down tomorrow, but tomorrow's a lot more important, you know, that's for sure. This one we can just enjoy, and I think we will watch good football. Make sure you get the likes up, 1,000 of you in the building. Big up Joba, who said, Big C, do you question Enrique bin in Donnarumma? I think he got it wrong. Spanish coach. They're obsessed with ball-playing goalkeepers. You look at goalkeepers over the years, you know, Valdez at Barcelona. He wasn't an amazing goalkeeper, but they just want, are you good on the ball? Do you know what I mean? It's amazing that Pep was willing to give up Edison for Donnarumma. Clearly, he doesn't, well, for now, he's not placing as much importance on it. I think he was crazy to get rid of Donnarumma. Rion said, Curtis, would you start Saka tomorrow? It depends on his condition. Let's be real. We don't want to watch Noni Madueke. We don't. Noni might be able to do something off the bench for 20 minutes just as an impact player, but starting in such a big game, you don't want to see it. The problem is, what condition is Saka in? You know, if Saka's only 80% fit, you've got to think about his long-term future as well. Let's go through the Bayern Munich team before we kick off. Neuer in goal. Stanisic and Alphonso Davies are the fullbacks. Jonathan Tah and Upamecano, the two centre-backs. Kimmich, Pavlovic and Musiala, the midfield. That Pavlovic, by the way, is a beast. Musiala is a top player. Kimmich, obviously, a lot of experience there. Bayern Munich legend. The front three, you could say at the moment these are the two best front threes in world football at club level. You know, Doué, Kvaratskhelia and Dembele. The front three for Bayern Munich, Luis Diaz, Michael Olise and Harry Kane. Diaz, I mean, I always thought he was good at Liverpool, but he's gone up a level. Olise, I mean, it devastates me that they said that Vieira recommended him to Arsenal, but probably because we had Saka and the guarantee of support of first team football wasn't there. The bench: Kim Min Jae, Goretzka, Ito, Jackson, Ulrich, Offley, Erbig, Pavic, and Conrad Lehmer. Ley said he didn't get rid of him. He was running down his contract and refused to sign an extension. From what I've read, I think he wanted a big pay rise and they weren't willing to do it, but I would have given it him. Big up to you, and Toe says, big up Big C. I know you support Azalea Paris. Do you know what it is? I'll be honest with you, right? I like PSG more than Bayern Munich. I'm not going to cap. I don't know, man. The way they play football, the manager, Ronaldinho played for them, Anelka played. Do you know what I mean? I do like PSG, but so I kind of do want them to win, but then I don't really want Arsenal to play them in the final. So I don't really, you know, if Bayern Munich lose Harry Kane, that's a plus, them losing. And then if Bayern Munich win, we don't play PSG, who I think is the harder game. People, I am watching this through Sky. It's on Amazon. Sometimes there's a 5 to 10 second delay, so bear with me. We are underway, people. Champions League semi-final. First leg, night 1. The stress-free watch-along, people. PSG against Bayern Munich. I mean, listen, it's interesting because I think this is one of the most open years that we've ever seen for the Ballon d'Or. It's so wide open. When you think that we had probably 10, 15 years of just Messi and Ronaldo playing 1-2s. Who's going to win it? Who's going to win it? And now, if you said to me now, who's winning the Ballon d'Or 2026, I could name about 10 people that it could potentially be. I mean, let's say Bayern Munich win the Champions League. You would say Elise or Kane, but then who wins the World Cup? Do England win it? Do France win it? Does Spain win it? So many things can be changed by who wins the Euro. Sorry, not the Euros, the World Cup and the Champions League, which is crazy. So, I mean, Lamine could win it if Spain win the World Cup. Yeah, no, I don't think Declan Rice is. I mean, listen, if we won the Champions League and England somehow won the World Cup, then maybe Deckers would be in the running. But he's not the best player in the world. Let's be real. But then Rodri won the Ballon d'Or. I didn't think he was the best player in the world. Bayern Munich on the attack early on. Big up to Ryan, man. Make sure you hit the likes. Make sure you get those likes up. 1,500 of you in the chat. Igal used GA of Glock Noni Eze to praise Noni, says Troy. Come on, man. Go off the eye test, man. We got to stop watching football through Google. Do you know what I mean? You watch the game, you know a player. Yeah, you know. Nowadays, it's like we're confused with... We can watch a game, see a player play badly, but go on Google and convince ourselves that that player played well. That's what's crazy about modern day football for me. Listen, don't get me wrong, stats count, but just go off the eye test, man. We all know what a player looks like. You know, Noni's not, he's not really at the level that we need him to be. One thing I noticed straight away about this game, and I watched some of the game when they played in the group stage, is even though I think PSG have got better players in terms of the whole 11, I think Bayern Munich are a more well-organised team. So if I'm looking at PSG, because they have, I think they have less structure in their team. Their front three is kind of go and do your thing. Where Bayern are, you know what you're going to get with German teams: organisation, structure. Nani would be good at Palace. I think that's about the level he should be at without disrespecting him, you know? But we ain't going to get rid of him, are we? We're stuck with him. 5-year deal, 150 grand a week. He's going to be at the club for at least 3 years, probably. Curtis, this is proper football. Yeah, man, this is proper Champions League semi-final business. Abdo said the Gyökeres slandering by the Arsenal fan base is disgusting. I just wish him a better club and fan base. Yeah, it's like I said, it's all led by Arteta, because Arteta loves Havertz. A lot of the fan base are going to slander Gyökeres. Havertz has caused more problems for Arsenal than Gyökeres. Whatever we think about Gyökeres, he's a big part of the reason that we've been top of the league and top of the Champions League. He's had a big influence on the team, even though I don't think he's a great player. I really don't. Like, there's I'm going to put out a pre-recorded video about Arsenal, actually. So look out for that one. But Havertz missed a one-on-one against City. He then missed a header against City that you could argue cost us getting a draw. He missed a one-on-one at 0-0 in the Carabao Cup final. That game might be different if we go 1-0 up. Against Southampton, he started and we got knocked out. So you could argue he's been a big part of the reason that 3 of the competitions we're in, 2 of them we're out of, the Carabao and the FA Cup, and 1 of them we've now dropped off. Now, I'm not saying Gyökeres has played well in that time, but I'm saying Havertz is a bigger problem than Gyökeres, because this manager forces him in the team. Here's Elise up against Nuno Mendes, goes past him with ease, but the cross is straight at the goalkeeper. Big up Los Galacticos. Good evening, Big C. Vitinha is a baller. It's unbelievable that he was at Wolves, isn't it? Man was at Wolverhampton Wanderers. Now we're talking about one of the best midfielders on the planet. Also, you look at Elise was at Reading. He was playing in the Championship at Reading, and now you could argue with Lamine Yamal, probably the best right winger in the world. So big up Cole Plummer. Said, I want to say thank you, C. After 20 years supporting, I'd feel nothing but apathy for Arsenal if not for this channel. Hey, big up, man. I appreciate that. Listen, the community is stronger than almost the club and how they're playing, because we're watching games sometimes and we're saying, I'm struggling to watch this game, but we're here for the community and the interaction. JC says, stop rage baiting people about Yock. He's awful. I just, listen, I don't think he's a great player. I don't. There's no rage baiting. I'm telling you what I think. He's been at the club, what, 8 or 9 months? He's managed to score 18 goals in all comps. Now, it's not working him in the system. Now, we have to say, could a better manager get more out of Gyökeres? That's the question I ask. He's not a great player. He's not. I want a Gyökeres. Gyökeres ain't great. I'm not capping. I'm not sitting here saying he's a world beater. I'm saying if you've scored 18 goals in Arteta's system that destroys strikers, because I was having the same conversation when Aubameyang was getting released. People were telling me, you're Aubameyang's lawyer. He's washed. Get rid of him. He went to Barcelona and bagged and won the league. So I'm not saying Gyökeres is a world beater, because he's not. You can see that his game is limited. But I'm saying if we built our attack around him and fed him, I think he could turn 18 goals into 25 goals, 28 goals, something like that. I've seen Kai Havertz at this club for 3 years. He will let you down at the biggest moments. And that's the reality of the situation. And it's time to move on from Kai Havertz. Maybe Gyökeres next season ends up on the bench and we get another striker. I wouldn't mind that. Imagine if we got Alvarez or Osimhen and he's competing with them, Gyökeres. That's the kind of squad depth that you want. But Kai Havertz, nah. I'm not involved in that. Don't rate that guy at all. Big up Jermaine, said, to be honest, Curtis, don't think it matters who we play in the final. As long as we got super duper Mick, we can beat anyone. Remember, we were October champions. Yeah, we won the quadruple in October, but unfortunately the league ends in May, as we found out. Aaron Danks from Birmingham, who is running the Bayern Munich team tonight as Vincent Kompany is suspended. Yeah, JC was having it. JC, mate, no rage baiting from me. Tiger said, Gyökeres shambolic in Arteta's system because it suits none of his strengths. He's forced to play with his back to goal, pinned in the box. That's on Berta. Well, you have to say, Arteta should have had a big say in that signing. Surely the first question that they're sitting around that table, Berta, maybe Josh Kroenke, Arteta. The first question should have been, how is he going to work in your system? Are you going to adapt to him? Do you think he's adaptable to your system, or is it a combination of the two? It looks like, Gyökeres can't play in Arteta's system. Arteta's system can't help Gyökeres. So that's just poor from all of them. What was the plan? What did they think was going to happen? So, I don't know. Today, cinema, and tomorrow, well, who said Los Galácticos? Yeah, I get your point. Today is like we're watching a movie. Tomorrow is just going to be stress. Here's Elise. Skips inside Zaya Emery. They're forced backwards, though. D General, speaking about Wolves midfielder, unpopular opinion, but Andre is clear of Zubimendi. I think I've seen a lot of clubs linked with him, especially with them getting relegated. Obviously, they've got all these links, aren't they, in Portugal and stuff, so... But Zubimendi, for me, you need to upgrade on him. I don't think he's good enough. I think he's a good squad player, but I don't think he's like a title-winning midfielder. Callum said Osimhen and Alvarez links today. Yeah, I'm going to put out a video. We're going to talk about it in more detail. Big up Ash. Big up, bro. I wasn't expecting you on. Alvarez news being confirmed. Massive Storm exit. Well, they even asked... I think they asked Arteta about Alvarez. Listen, it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting. Arsenal need they need to go and buy another striker. But I don't think it will be I don't think we'll get Alvarez. I think he'll stay or go to Barcelona. Free kick to Bayern Munchen. Richard said, sorry, you can't say on one hand we focus too much on stats these days, then bring up Yok, 18 goals. How many important goals? Well, he scored against Chelsea, he scored against Atletico, he scored against Tottenham. He's had influence in games, is what I'm saying. Look at the record of how many times he's come off in games, and then we've conceded. Oh, Elise went past one, but then, Bayern Munich, they press like crazy. Like I said, I think they're a bit of a more well-oiled machine. But PSG, more individual quality. Harsh said, current Aubameyang is better than Gyökeres. He might be. I'm not even capping. I'm not even capping. We need Alexis 2.0. I don't know who that would be. You look around the world right now, who's the best left winger in the world? I don't know. Probably Kvara. Here's a chance. Osman Dembele should have passed or shot. Took too long. What is he doing there? Crying out loud, get rid of Arteta for an elite manager and get Alvarez. Luis Diaz is blocked off there. Is that a yellow card for Hakimi? Hakimi gets a booking. Sorry, it's Marquinhos. Vincent Kompany. No, I wouldn't want Vincent Kompany as our manager. I wouldn't want him. I think there's a bit of Bayern Munich tax attached to the job he's doing. Don't get me wrong, he plays good football and he's done well at Bayern, but I don't want Vincent Kompany at Arsenal, bro. I can't believe today Real Madrid are being linked with Mourinho. And that shows you how bad the market is for managers. This is why I think Arsenal will keep Mikel Arteta, because the market is lackluster. Now, don't get me wrong, there could be movement in the summer after the World Cup. Listen, not for me, by the way. I'd get rid of Arteta, but Luis Enrique is the one we'd all want. I'd take Simone Inzaghi. I think you'd get him out of Saudi. I'd take Diego Simeone as well. I think you could get him out of Atleti. Corner to Bayern Munich. Fabregas worries me a little bit, man. Fabregas, you're at Como, done a great job, but the pressure, it's not the same. Mourinho's a great shout. Big up Rumble. Do you know what it is? The only thing, there's a lot of discussion of, obviously Mourinho was defending the guy at Benfica when he racially abused Vinicius. How would that look if Mourinho then walks into that Real Madrid dressing room and tries to, put his arm around Vinny? Ball whipped in, flicked away by the goalkeeper. PSG clear it. Bayern Munich look the better team. I would love Osimhen, but he will not track back. Yeah, he's got an attitude as well. I don't know if Arteta could handle Osimhen, but I'd take Osimhen. I'd take him. Fabregas has done a great job there. It's just, is he ready for the step up? Are we ready for the process? Because that's what it'll be. It'll be another process with Fabregas. Big C, please, this kid make a play like Kvara. Michael Gotts. Who's he play for? I've heard the name. Michael. Belgium. Oh, Ajax. Yo, his numbers are crazy. But like I said, let's not just go off numbers. I need to watch more. 29 games, 16 goals, 11 assists in the Dutch league. I haven't seen enough of him, but I've heard about him. You guys probably know more about him than me. Aye, football. PSG, Kvara, left-hand side. Aye, cleared away. I thought he was going to shoot on his right foot. Who's better, Musiala or Elise? Aye. Do you know what? I love the way Musiala plays football. He reminds me of Kaka. He's not at that same level, but he just reminds me of him. Elise is phenomenal at the moment. Penalty, Bayern Munich. Penalty to Bayern Munich. Luis Diaz brought down, and Bayern Munich win a penalty. There'll be a VAR check. The PSG players do not look like they're all... Oh, man, maybe. Let's have a look. What a touch that is by Elise, man. That touch is crazy. He's saying he gets the ball. Nah, that's a pen. He fouls him first. I'll be honest, people, you know. And listen, I started this game saying I'd rather play Bayern than PSG. I think it's the other way around. What I've realised in this game is that they're not organised the way Bayern Munich are such a well organised machine. PSG look like individual brilliance all over the place, but not as organised collectively. Bayern are just. And the problem with Bayern, they've already won the league in Germany, so they can just rotate. Harsh said Aubameyang 7 GA and 8 in the Champions League. Gyökeres 5 and 10 in the Champions League. Oba's still doing his thing. Harry Kane about to take a penalty for Bayern Munich up against Savanoff. Let's be real, man. You'd be shocked if he missed this. He's so good at penalties. Harry Kane to give Bayern Munich the lead against PSG in the Champions League semi-final. Referee blows the whistle, does his little shimmy, stuttered run-up, scores, sends the goalkeeper the wrong way, and Harold Kane, the boyhood Arsenal fan, gives Bayern Munich the lead. 54 goals this season. Harry Kane, man, what a player. What a season. Like, I've always, because listen, I love Kylian Mbappe, right? He's my favourite. 13 goals in 12 Champions League games. He's becoming the number one. He's becoming the number one striker in the world. Do you know the thing? I think sometimes when a player plays for a rival, you can't like them. When he played for Tottenham, I knew how good he was, but I was always like, nah, man. Probably didn't give him his ratings because he's at Tottenham. When he went to Bayern Munich, I thought, you know what? I'll give you a fair judgment now. He's crazy. What I rate so much about him, and I think I said this earlier actually to Cruz, I was saying that the thing with Mbappe and Kane is like Mbappe's a world beater. He's unbelievable. But I think Kane improves the players around him as well. Like Elise and Diaz, they're getting better with Kane up front. Mbappe's gone to Madrid and Vinny doesn't look the same player. Bellingham doesn't look the same player because the team's so structured around him. Do you know what I mean? I remember hearing Buffon say that about Cristiano Ronaldo. When he went to Juventus, Dybala, all these players, they got worse because everything was about Ronaldo. And that's what I think makes Kane such a good player. He hasn't really turned up for England, has he, in the big games? You know, he gets a lot of goals in like the group stage, but when it comes to like the finals, he's been awful. But yeah, man, interesting. Yeah, Harry Kane, of course, penalty. Yeah, I have to admit, people, we're 18 minutes into this game. I might have changed my mind. Bayern Munich look way better than PSG. Here's a chance, Kane. Elise to finish it. Saved by the goalkeeper and cleared off the line. There's the prime example. Kane drops into that 10. Little through ball into Elise. Should have scored. Should have scored. Hits it straight at the keeper. Wow. This PSG defence is getting dealt with. Rolled into Kane. Turns out. Great ball. Elise's got to score that. Should just bend it into the far corner. Thierry Henry-esque finish. Bayern Munich are playing this game like this game's in Germany. They're playing like they're the home team. They're absolutely bopping this PSG team off the pitch. Should be 2-0. Would they regret that missed chance? Los Galacticos says, Big C, if Mikel stays next season, I'm not watching Arsenal. They put you to sleep. They need an attack-minded manager. What's your thoughts? Yeah, like, the football's dreadful. You know, if we win something, cool, we'll accept it. But if not, get him out, man. Look at Kane, he's dropping into midfield. Big up Bilal, who said his aunt passed away yesterday. I'm not in a good place. Your streams never fail to make me smile. God bless you, Big C. Listen, man, blessings to you. Hopefully things get better for you and your family. Appreciate you tuning in, despite what you're going through. And listen, if we can lift someone's mood, we've done our job, people. We've done our job. Big up to you. Blessings to you, Bilal. And try and enjoy this game, because the Arsenal game tomorrow, that may not improve the mood. But you never know. You never know. We have to hope. Big up to you each and every time, Bilal. Elton said, see, Gyökeres is not the problem. Imagine if Saka, Odegaard and Nelly fed him 5 decent balls. With his current 18, he would have at least 25. Yeah, I agree with that. You got Odegaard looking at him and going, no, I'll leave it, mate. I'll leave it. Well, you're the creative player. What are you doing? What are you doing? If I'm trying to take a bit of positivity out of this, right? Kane is a proper diver, by the way. Although his boot did come off there, so he probably got stamped on. Big up everyone, bigging up Bilal as well, and giving him condolences, man. That's what the community is about. If Bayern beat them in Paris, they'll beat them in Germany as well, I reckon. I just think they'll beat them. But yeah, they're so much more organised than PSG. PSG look all over the place. Yeah, listen, I mean, I put up the poll. We might not get past Atletico, which is why I made sure to put if we get past. Big up David James, who lost his mum 2 weeks ago, man. Come on, bro. Blessings to you, man. I appreciate you tuning in. And, I hope you're coping the best you can. Big up, they call me British, who said, I really enjoyed your last few videos. Havertz a Stan from South Park had me in stitches. I'm telling you, bro, you just got to throw up when you watch that guy. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God, they killed Kenny. Ugh, Stan just throwing up. They are all... Oh, Elise nicks it. Rolled in. Oh, it's blocked. Yo, Mendes is in all sorts of trouble against Elise here. I actually thought Mendes... probably the best left back in the world. Osman Dembele, 1-on-1 with the keeper. Osman Ballon d'Or. Oh my days, Ballon d'Or. More like a water balloon, mate. What kind of a finish is that? Honestly, he's put that about 5 yards wide. Open your body, Thierry Henry finish. No curl on it. Oh my days, that is horrific. That is a terrible finish. He's got the technique all wrong. He's punched through it rather than whipped it. Got a score. Should be 1-1. Well, should be 2-1 really, because Elise should have scored. That's the thing with PSG. They can just, out of nowhere, they get a big chance. What I'm trying to take a few positives out here, people, is chance creation. But then we don't attack much. So I don't know if we would cause these teams problems. Oh, Mendes just coming back from injury. He's struggling against Elise, man. Elise is gliding past him. Jonah said, isn't Fabregas more of a winner than Arteta? Luis Enrique is the only clear option. He'll probably re-sign. Well, that's the problem. I'm sort of getting in my head, okay, what if Enrique extends the contract? Which a lot of the stories, oh, Kvara could be in behind here. What's he got? Step over, drifts inside. Oh, what a goal! Kvaratskhelia made it 1-1. What a player. You know what? Thank you very much to this game for restoring my belief in beautiful football. What a goal that is, Kvaratskhelia, man. That guy should be at Arsenal. Great goal on the counter-attack. Steps inside the fullback. Just whips it into the corner. What a ball over the top that is, by the way. Kvara, step over, cuts inside. Bends it in the far corner. What a player, man. Honestly, I think he's probably the best left midfielder in the world. What a player. What a goal. The way he just drifts inside him there, man. What a great finish. Quality game. Imagine that's Martinelli. Yeah, he'd have ran it out for a goal kick. Forever will be back on. We're recording on Thursday. The boys are in Uganda and they couldn't get good Wi-Fi where they were, so we couldn't record. Bilal, big up to you, bro. Appreciate all the messages, courtesies of mood. Big up your damn self, man. Each and every time. Arteta would have ruined him. Yeah, probably. What a game. 25 minutes gone. PSG 1, Bayern Munich 1, Harry Kane and Kvara with the equalizer. Great finish. Was that who played that ball? Was that Zaire Emery who played that ball over the top? Big up Latif, said, yes, Curtis, big up yourself. The Zubi vomiting on the last video. At least we can enjoy a real game. Listen, people, especially Arsenal fans, enjoy this game this evening because tomorrow, you're going to see a different style of football. Nico said, not going to lie, Kane's probably one of the strikers that would work in Arteta's system. Yeah, definitely. Big Smoke said, lovely Big C, don't cap for that horrible bricklayer. We just need to get rid of him and Havertz. It's just not realistic, is it? We're not going to get rid of 2 strikers when we need to get rid of Gabriel Jesus as well. Do you know what I mean? You've also got to realise that Gyökeres is now on 200 grand a week rather than the 120 grand a week he was on previously. Is Luis Diaz up against Marquinhos? Steps inside. Oh, dived in there. Hakimi, Diaz, given away. Gio said, we beat Bayern already. I know it means no, but still, yeah, I get you. I get you. Bayern have looked the far better team. But I suppose that's the thing with them both. Bayern are more structured, well organised. PSG are more wild. Do you know what I mean? Because that flair that they've got. Here come... Oh, I think it was actually Doué who played the ball to Kvara. I think it is anyway. He's got the blonde on top of his hair. I'm pretty sure that's him. Luis Diaz on the attack. This is a great game, by the way. Richard said, imagine Zubi doing fried rice having to pick up Kane and Musiala when they drop into them pockets. Crimes would be committed. It's mad, isn't it? Because like last year we beat PSG in the groups, played them in the semi-final and couldn't get the better of them. Although we were a little bit unlucky, man. Donnarumma put in an absolute monster performance, but you know, we beat Bayern Munich in the group, but I don't think it means a lot. I think it's totally different when you play them in the knockouts. It really is. I forgot football could be this exciting. I'm telling you, man, I thought, what's happening to football, man? They call it the beautiful game, but it's just the Arteta effect. What a touch that is. Here we go. They're on the attack, PSG. Hakimi. Dembele makes the run, but it goes into Neuer. PSG are like, they hit you on the break at pace, moments. They're not as interested in dominating the ball. PSG attackers have more in their game. They just, I don't know, they're exciting to watch, PSG. I don't know which team would actually be better for Arsenal to play against. PSG look a bit more open. Bayern Munich look a bit more well organised, but it's crazy because PSG's back four on paper is way better than Bayern Munich's. But I think Bayern Munich have a bit more structure. Also, like I was saying before, Bayern Munich have already won the league in Germany, so they can just rotate. Every weekend they can go, yep, you lot have a rest. Do you know what I mean? Where PSG are still fighting for the title. We're still fighting for the title, so... Mike Woods, big up Curtis, much love from Ireland. Big up your damn self. Arsenal obviously going to Dublin in pre-season. International Sleep Day tomorrow. Yeah. It could be Harambe tomorrow. Do you know the only thing, though? I actually think Atletico will attack us. I think Simeone in the home game will go for us. He might set up quite defensively in the second leg. Snake Eyes, was Elise this good in England? You saw signs of it at Palace, but he's gone to another level. He's gone to another level, and it's not like he's just doing it in the Bundesliga. You know, he does it in Europe, and he does it for France as well. Kvara up against look how clumsy Upamecano is, man. He's going to foul him. He's held him off well there, actually. Alvarez audition tomorrow. Listen, I'd love Alvarez. I don't think we'll get him. I really don't think we'll get him. I think he wants Barca. If not, he might stay. I don't think... Is he desperate to leave Atletico? I just don't see it. But maybe they'll force him out. Nuno Mendes shoots over the bar. They were checking a possible handball there on Dembele's shot. Nah, never a penalty for that. Real Kid said, Curtis, these big teams get better as the season goes on, hitting peak for these kind of games, whereas Arsenal, it's the opposite. Yeah, yeah. It's they rotate a lot better, don't they? They've been resting for 2 weeks. It does help that obviously their league, particularly Bayern, I mean their leagues are shambles, isn't it? Really, it's so easy for them to win it. I know Leverkusen won it a few years ago, but they can rotate and stroll to that title. That's the problem. We can't do that. But Arteta should have rotated better, that's for sure. Iron said I missed a super chat. Apologies. But anytime a super chat is there, it's supposed to just automatically save, so I don't have to like manually get it. Did I miss one? Elise goes past 2. Oh my days! Oh my days! Nearly went in the goalkeeper's. No, honestly, he's ripping Nuno Mendes apart. Nuno Mendes, I don't think, likes them close drip. Look, man, he's got him on toast. He's done him about 3 times. Even Marquinhos there, he's cooked him as well. Wow, it hit the post, nearly an own goal. Aye! Yo! Oi! Doué puts it just wide. Nah, listen, they're restoring my faith in the beautiful game. Look at Doué here drifting past me. Yeah, the French team is a cheat code, by the way. Doué, Elise, Dembele, and Mbappe. Crazy work. If Deschamps doesn't win the Cherki as well. If Deschamps doesn't win the World Cup, he's a criminal. He's an absolute criminal. PSG, I don't know what it is. Their attack lifts me off my feet a little bit more than the Bayern Munich attack. Ball whipped in. Header. Oh, 2-1. João Neves. Allez la Paris. 2-1 to PSG. What a comeback. João Neves at the near post. Flicks it on into the foot. What a player he is, by the way. What a game of football. 2-1 to PSG. João Neves with the header at the near post. Man said, hey, salute, man. What? I love this game. What a game, 2-1. That's a great header. You don't see many goals like that. It's like a FIFA goal back in the day. Near post flick on. Musiala doesn't track him. Great header. Yeah, that's proper, man. This game has restored my faith. Neuer beaten. It's now I don't know who I want us to play, man. PSG are too wild. Do you know? I mean, they might be too wild for us, man. You know, if Timber's not playing as well, Kvara caused Timber problems. Never mind Ben White or Mosquera. He'd have Mosquera looking like a giraffe. Aye, Elise 1-2 with Kane. Aye, PSG are so good. Oh, Dembele! What a one with a goalkeeper! No, Upamecano's catching. Oh, he's twisted him. Oh, great defending. Oh, yo, Dembele there. I feel like he should be running away from him. Maybe he didn't. But you know what? He's twisting him. Look, he's got him. Upamecano actually does really. They always say, if a defender shows you the name on his shirt, he's cooked. Upamecano was twisting around it. I feel like back in the day, Dembele just runs away from him there. I don't know. He tore his hamstring, didn't he? Maybe he's not as quick. Yo, nah, PSG are wild, man. I'm taking positives out of both of them. Like, Bayern can be got at. He should be touching that out of his feet and running away from it. Nicholas Jackson, what a scrub. This is proper football, man. Jeez. You've brought all my faith back in the game. I wish I was at that game. Yo, check this. Sky have got a Q&A with Noni Madwaki. It says ask your questions. I don't think they'll be able to ask him all the questions that Arsenal fans are putting in the comments. That's for damn sure they won't be able to ask him. First question on it. How come you're at Arsenal and Ethan's at Marseille? No, it's not his fault. He never signed himself. No, you asked the question. I think they're for tomorrow. I'm gonna actually read some of the comments. What a game. I love this game, man. This is the beautiful game at its finest. Not the foolishness we've been watching. Here come Bayern Munich. We're going to get more goals, by the way. You can see it. Here's Diaz. Oh, my days. He sent Marquinhos to the shops. Chance. Oh, they've messed up. Wow. Yo, Marquinhos has been getting roasted in this game. He's on a yellow as well. So he's probably hesitating to put a challenge in. What a game. Upamecano. Oh, no, it's Davis. I love when PSG break. Look at them, man. They're mad. Hakimi, look at the way they attack. I've never seen Arsenal. He's offside. He should have dummied it. Oh, he puts it wide. I thought he was offside. He should have dummied it to the next guy. Watch it. No, watch. The next guy's on, Hakimi. Wow, he's not off. Wow, he should have done better. It's unlucky. Let's have a look at some of the replies to this Noni Madueke. Doué's a baller, isn't he, man? Oh, no, I'm going to actually show some of these. No, you should see some of these questions. First watch along with the eyelids on, yeah? I told you, next season, I'm telling you now, right? If Arteta's the Arsenal manager next season, I've got to do way more neutral watch-alongs. I have to. I'll still watch the Arsenal games. I support the club. It is what it is. Even if he's there, I won't turn my back on them. But the enthusiasm won't be the same. Oh, my days, Mendes has cooked him. They just attack like lunatics. Look at them. Look at the way they play football, man. They're like the proper street ballers, man. Do you know the crazy thing? We're nowhere near at the level of any of these teams. We're just not. But you know, sometimes that sort of we would spoil this game. If we were playing one of these teams, we'd spoil it. And sometimes you can win competitions doing that. I don't know how, because you shouldn't be able to. Because the thing is, our defense is probably better than both of these defenses. Like, maybe not individually, but we're very defensive. Zubimendi and Rice sit in front of the back four. We've got two top quality centre-backs. And Capie and Timber are good. We would spoil this game. Oh, no, Cavani, you can't just do that to him. Have you seen the way he just... Oh, he's done well to recover, to be fair. Nah, this game is insane. This is one of the best games. Oh, my days! Elise's nutmegged him. Is he going to shoot? Is it? Oh, no, he's won the ball. Surely, ref, they're appealing for him. Stanisic, this game is incredible. This is absolutely incredible. Look, it's like a basketball game. Every time you look up, someone else is attacking. What a game, man. Yeah, maybe. People saying Kvara's injured. He's all right. Little limp. No. Kicking the ball out of play. What for? Is Kvara cooked? Well, he's still No, he's all right, man. He's good, bro. They thought his hammy had gone, but he was limping a little bit. Let me show you this, right? I'm seeing this live with you. I just seen the first question. Sky Sports are doing a Q&A. So they're like, Arsenal fans, get your questions in for Noni Madueke. Read the room, my friend. Look at the first... Oh, what am I doing here? Right, let's click back on it. Just clicked off it. Read the room, Sky. So this guy, Rob, says, hello, Noni. I would like to ask a question. Is there a reason you choose to run the ball out of play or shoot at the side netting rather than scoring a goal or assisting? He's got 146,000 views. Do you think they're going to ask him that? They'll have to end the interview. Would you give up? Let me see some of these other ones. I want to see. Can you please ask him if he knows where the pitch ends? No, they're going to have to cancel that. They're going to have to make up the questions. Oh, my. No, Bayern. Aye. This man doing 360s and all sorts. I've never seen so much skill in a game. Ratinha clears it. Do you think you can ever improve and get to the level of an average footballer? Nah, they're going to have to cancel this, man. Why don't you cross it earlier instead of running it over the line? Oh, my days! Oh, my days! Michael Elise 2-all. Game of the season. Game of the season. Oh, no. These two are a joke. Wow. Wow. Michael Elise smashes it home. 2-all. How much you betting, right? Quote this. 41 minutes gone. 2-all. Game of the season. 41 minutes tomorrow will be 0-0. My eyelids will feel like concrete. Nah, that is terrible defending. Even the shot is straight down the middle. I mean, he's done him for power, but the defending is awful. He's just drifted into the middle of the penalty area. The goalkeeper's moving out the way. What are they? The throwbacks, innit? I think they're old school ones. Now, this game is ridiculous. This game is unbelievable. What a game. No, check this one. When should we expect your second league goal of the season? Game 37 or 38? Check this one. How on earth did you become a professional footballer? Nah, they're going to have to... Why do you have a touch like a trampoline? No, that's crazy, man. Sky are going to have to delete it. They're going to have to make up questions. Are you aware there's lines on the pitch? And once you pass those lines, the ball is out of play. Oh, my days. Hey, Nonny, when's the next time you will line up a fullback? When are you leaving my club? How many dumbbells are in your boots? No, man. This is unbelievable. Oh, are you jealous of Saliba's normal-sized forehead? Nah, you lot are mad. Leave football before football leaves you. Nah. They're going to have to delete that. They are going to have to delete it. It's crazy. That... Huh? It's on Sky. They're doing Ask Nonny. It's on Sky Sports Premier League. Got a question for Nonny Madwakey. Send in your questions. We will ask him the best ones on Saturday social. Hashtag Ask Madwakey. And he's just getting absolutely roasted. Read the room, lads. Read the room. You don't have him on for a Q&A when things are going like this. Wow. Done him again. No, he done well in the end. Mendes got his arm out. Elise against Nuno Mendes is a great battle. What a game. There was a petition for Nonny. Yeah, maybe they should have listened. Do you know what I mean? Bro, he cost more than... He cost more than Cherky. How much did Doué cost? I don't think he cost 53 mil. If you really went through a list, he cost 50 million euros, which is around 43 million pounds. So Doué costs less than Nonny Madueke. How much did Osman Dembele cost? The Ballon d'Or winner. Officially the world's best footballer. PSG paid 44 million pounds for the Ballon d'Or winner, Osman Dembele. We paid more for Nonny Madueke. How much did Michael Elise cost? You have to click on it and then it opens up. How much did Elise cost? He was about 50 million. Again, he cost less. 2 million less than Nonny. And look at the levels we're watching right now. Doué, Dembele, Elise cost less than Nonny Madueke. How much did Luis Diaz cost? Oh, to be fair, they got 65 million for him, but still, the guy's a baller. What a game this is, by the way. This is absolutely... Usually when Arsenal are playing, I can't wait for half-time. I don't want half-time in this game. This is why I actually think, as a football fan, you've got to start going watching neutral games. Ball whipped in, corner to PSG. What a game. Champagne football, yeah. Tomorrow we're going to watch cider football. You know what I mean? Not champagne. Cheap cider as well that the homeless guy drinks. You know what I mean? Blue Lightning or whatever it's called. More you talk about Madueke, it gets worse, because how did they get away with it, bro? Yeah, Lambrini. That's what I was actually thinking about, you know, but I couldn't get the word. I couldn't get the I couldn't think of the name. Corner to PSG. This will be the last chance of the half. Ball whipped in, flicked on. Comes to Mendes at the back post. Clips it in. Edge of the box. Kvara rolls it out to Dembele in a bit of space. They're appealing for a penalty again. You ain't going to get a penalty for that. He's too close to him. Kvara. Oh. That should be half time. They're doing a VAR check for a penalty. His hands were right next to him. Oi! Oh, the pass is overhit. Throw in. They're doing a VAR check for a possible handball. PSG penalty. It's never a penalty. He does put his arm out at the last minute. I wouldn't say it's outstretched, but I mean, it is still next to his arm. I don't think you give a penalty for that. I don't think that's a penalty. What do you guys think? Do you think they give that? I don't think his arm's far enough away from his body to say it's an unnatural position. It just looks bad because he's got his arms behind his back and then he puts them out as the cross is put in. Sometimes in Europe they give these, you know. Remember Marino's penalty against Inter Milan a couple of years ago? I think it's too close to his body to give a penalty, but you just never know. They're having a good check of it anyway. Latif said, one thing we need to make clear, it means nothing we beat Bayern and Atletico. They're sending him to the screen, which, let's be honest, when you look at the screen, usually you give a penalty. They've completely changed as the seasons progress. You're right. Happens a lot, don't it? You play a team early in the groups, you beat them. By the end of the season, they're absolutely flying. I just think that's still too close to. I think they'll give it, but I think that's harsh. What doesn't look good for him is because he moves his arms from behind him. He's going to give it. Penalty to PSG. Wow. Wow. And he's going to book someone. Book all of them, by the way, because maybe they get suspended for the final. Penalty to PSG in time added on. I think that's harsh. It's because his arm comes out. I think if his arm was just next to him, they wouldn't give it. But his arms are behind his back. Look how Dembele's looking at him. As he crosses the ball, it's like his arm goes out. Who is the penalty taker? Kvara. I thought it'd be Dembele. Penalty to PSG on the stroke of half time. And it hit his body first, which I thought they didn't give penalties when. But anyway, Greg said, as a Chelsea fan, I'm happy Arsenal are nowhere near the levels of these two teams. Greg, you can hold a 3-minute timeout for that. Just to, you know, consider that you've just paid to disrespect my team. I appreciate the super chat, but you know what I mean? Go easy, man. Jan said, the game is so good, don't even want to listen to R. Kelly. Arsenal pushes you to crazy places. DJ Britor said, both teams' touches are deft and quick. Look at the tempo of the game, bro. You know what I mean? Compared to Arsenal. It is Dembele taking the penalty. Osman Dembele, he missed a one-on-one earlier in the half. Put it wide. The Ballon d'Or winner to give PSG the lead at half-time. He scored! Too much power for Neuer. He goes the right way. And PSG lead 3-2 at half-time in this absolutely incredible game of football. Everything that you want to watch in a game. What a game. I mean, they were losing. Look at the PSG Ultras. Flares being set off. This first half has restored my faith in football. Great penalty. I'm putting Arteta in the tweet, so some of the fanboy. I put this first half has restored my faith in football after watching Arteta-style football this season. They'll cry about that. Well, you got to mention, Mikel. What a game. 3-2, and it's only half-time. And it's only the first half. That's what they'll say. Go and support PSG. Go and support PSG. What a game. Half-time whistle goes. How much you betting it's 0-0 at half-time tomorrow? 0-0. Heavy eyelids. Zubimendi and Rice refusing to play forward. Left wingers not going past anyone. Big C, I've lately been watching the second tier of Swedish football just to get away from. Oh, guys, I'm telling you, bro. Next season, if Arteta's still in charge, I'll be doing watch-alongs for different teams. I'm telling you. We'll have to get into other games as well just to keep... Because this is just... I feel great watching this game. Honestly, you know, usually at half-time in Arsenal games, my shoulders are tense. You know what I mean? I take a breather at half-time like, yo, man, look at this game of football we are watching. It's just phenomenal. Big up to everyone locked in. Let me get through these super chats. People saying I'm not reading them. Nearly 4,000 of you locked in, by the way. Unbelievable support. And that shows me I should do more neutral games because you're here for it. You know what I mean? So make it a Fortnite channel. You know what I mean? We'll do Fortnite content, man. Nick said, Arteta is doing a lot more haram to the club than what people realise. If we keep it up, world-class players simply won't want to come to the club, regardless of the money. It's career suicide at this point. I mean, just as an example, we're watching Kvara tonight, and there's a lot of Arsenal fans saying we should buy Kvara, which, listen, we should. But the reality is, why would Kvara come and play for Mikel Arteta? Look at the way he's playing football. Look at the way that team attacks. Do you know what I mean? Why would he go, you know what I want to do? I want to go and take the role that Martinelli's doing, where I have to sprint back 50 yards as quick as possible to defend. I don't see that in these teams. They're not going to want it. They're not going to want it. He's on big wages. The only way you could get a player like that is if maybe it's his absolute dream to play for Arsenal. Or maybe the Premier League is his lifetime dream. And he's just desperate to play in the Premier League. And then you might have a chance. But I don't think he's in a rush to leave. Big up to you. Big up to Richard who said, no, I don't want us to play either of these teams. I'd rather gracefully lose against Atletico. Arteta would call the police. He would. He'd ring the police at half-time and say, listen, it's GBH. It's grievous bodily harm. They keep attacking. We're trying to time waste. And they keep attacking us. Mr. Holiday, look at the quality of this. Lego Head could never get him and his dinosaur football out of my club. Take your defending attackers with you. How crazy is it, though, bro, when you think about it? Yeah, Luis Enrique came through at Barcelona. Obviously had an amazing career at Barcelona. Look at the football that he plays. Arteta came through at Barcelona. Listen, he didn't make it into the first team, but he grew up being coached Cruyff football. And you've come to Arsenal and you're playing like this. Why? Not going to lie, whoever you're playing, you're getting cooked. You just never know. I mean, I don't think we would beat any of these two in the final. But sometimes a team turns up and ruins the game and stops the other team from playing a little bit. We've seen it. Nobody thought that 2021 Chelsea team could win a Champions League. Frank Lampard gets sacked in the middle of the season. They're bang average. They basically defended their way to the Champions League. Haram Teta, yeah, Arteta would have turned this game off. Turn it off, guys. Way too attacking for me, guys. I don't want my players to get ideas, guys. We played David Moyes football, guys. Defensive wingers, defensive striker, attacking left back, attacking centre back, guys. And my goalkeeper, He has to waste time, guys. He has to waste time. Amici said, "Oh my days, what a game! Arteta needs to be in court for what he's done to us. Blessings to UC and the community." He thinks we play attacking football, though, Arteta. That's the crazy thing. Andy said Spurs watch-alongs in the Championship. That would actually be great banter, you know. You know, if they were playing like Lincoln City, who've just got promoted, we do a Lincoln versus Tottenham watch-along, and we're supporting Lincoln City. That would actually be great banter. That would be great banter. MJ said, "Why do Arsenal fans think one Champions League gives you heritage?" Bro, when you've never won one, if you get one, that one is going to be bigger than the six. Is it six Liverpool have won? To us. Not in general, but to us. We need one desperately, but look at what we're going to have to come up against. Listen, like I said, we might not even get past Atletico. I'm scared of Zubi making marking Elise if we make it. Yeah, no, we need Nkapie to do a number on him. And Martinelli defending as well. Which we'll get. Los Galacticos, Big C, this is what football is about. Mavericks, not robots. It's amazing. It's amazing. Ornstein now saying that Mourinho is now the preferred candidate. I didn't actually know that. I thought it was more a link from his agent. Jose Mourinho is now the preferred candidate of Florentino Perez to become the next Real Madrid head coach. There's a €3 million break clause in the Benfica deal. I have to say, like, Mourinho at Madrid it's blockbuster, you know. I'd look at it and think, how is he going to manage Vinny and Mbappe and players like that? He's a big manager. Random clips. Look at the levels of the teams compared to us. How are we not breaking the bank to lure Enrique? Listen, bro, I said it before, like, football is crazy because when you've got to pay big money for a manager to get them out of a club, they don't like doing it. But you'd spend 35 million on Fabio Vieira, who does nothing. I would genuinely, if I was Arsenal, I'd go to Enrique and say, "Yo, we'll give you a £25 million signing on fee." He's on 9 million a season. Arteta's on 15. Double his wages. Turn that 9 into 18 million a season. 5-year deal. He's the best manager currently, probably in Europe. Like, overall, you would still say Pep, Ancelotti for their overall careers. But for right now, he's amazing, like, what he's done with that team. Vitinha from Wolves. Dembele, a right winger that his career was sort of falling off a little bit at Barcelona. Doué, an exciting young player. Kvara. Look at the way this team plays football, man. It's a joy to watch. I'm going to start watching other teams play. Like, I need to go and see these teams play live. PSG and Barca and this Doué, man. What a player he is. And the crazy thing is what people don't understand. And I'm not saying that these guys are on this level. But you only find a Doué or a Yamal if you play them constantly. You don't go, "Oh, he's only 16, he's only 18, we've got to wait." Arsenal get young players like Waneri, like Max Dowman, and they go, "Oh, he's too young, we can't play him." So by the time they reach 20, guess what happens to them? They end up like Reece Nelson, where you was a crazy talent, but you haven't been trusted, so your game fails. And that's the problem. These games get me even more frustrated with Arteta because I go, well, how have you not improved Martinelli? I'm not saying that Martinelli's as good as these wingers, but Martinelli 2 years ago got 15 league goals. Do you know what I mean? He's in the Brazil team. And now, 2 years later, he looks 10 times worse. Saka, you've ruined him. We should be talking about Saka the way we're talking about Elise. You're one of the best right wingers in the world. You're exciting. Instead, we're going, can you get him for a month without him being injured? It's sad, man. It really is sad. But this game is just fantastic. 4,500 of you in the chat. Big up to everyone. I've still got to get through these super chats. Apologies. Joe said, tonight champagne football, tomorrow swamp football. Tragic. Do you know the crazy thing, though? Even though I'm being critical, if we play a disgusting game tomorrow and win 1-0, I'll take it. Do you know what I mean? And that's what's crazy about football. It's not always the best team that wins. It's just in that moment. We could genuinely play against PSG or Bayern and just stink out the place, frustrate them and nick it with a set piece. You've seen it happen before. African Giant said, baller today versus crump dancing tomorrow. I'm telling you, big up African Giant, man. Who do you want as the Chelsea manager? Look at the levels compared to how we know. Oh, no, I read that one. And yeah, Kavara. I don't know how we didn't go in for him. Oyun said players need to play in straitjackets. Ridiculous. I'm telling you, bro. Arteta wants complete control. Joe said this type of game is Arteta's worst nightmare. He's probably turned this off. Arteta's probably turned this game off. Do you know what I mean? He said, no, I can't watch this, guys. My players will get ideas, guys. I do not want them to attack. Arteta's watching Great British Bake Off or, you know what I mean? He's locked this off. He ain't watching this. This is worst nightmare. Either of these teams would kill us in a final, says Paul. Like, theoretically, they would. But realistically, would they? I don't know. In the last couple of years, I haven't really seen a team demolish Arsenal in the last couple of years. Not really in Europe. Even when we lost to PSG. Because teams in Europe are so attacking. When we turn up with 2 DMs, 4 centre-backs and the goalkeeper, they probably think, what the hell's going on here? Arsenal, you ain't left your half for 45 minutes. So I don't think they would just destroy us, you know. They probably wouldn't. But would we beat them? That's a different question. Under pressure. Because people will go, yeah, but you've beat Bayern Munich. Yeah, we beat them in a group stage. In a final with the pressure, I'm not sure they'd handle it. Sounds crazy, but if Arsenal can defend like we did at the start of the season, I genuinely think we could nick a goal. It's just whether we could keep clean sheets. At the moment, we're not actually defending as well as we did earlier in the season. DM said, love PSG, the fans, stadium connection, the club. Fantastic, the atmosphere and everything, man. Them ultras, they really make it a great atmosphere. And DM also said, Odegaard is not playing that ball over the top. No chance. When you watch games like this, it makes you realise why we complain about Arsenal. And it makes you realise that you're right to have a problem with the style of football. There's people telling us, well, what, just appreciate it, we're top. Nah, like, we've got every right to say, why are we playing football like this after spending $1 billion? We were just looking at it there. Madueke costs more than Doué. He costs more than Dembele, who's a Ballon d'Or winner. Do you know what I mean? It's crazy. He costs more than Michael Olise. And people go, why are you complaining? We're top of the league. Well, we should have better players. We should be playing better football. We should be 10 points clear of this Man City team. Big up, Matty. Yo, Big C, this is what we grew up on, Supreme Football. This is why we love the game in its purest form. When we were growing up, we watched football from all different leagues. Sunday you'd watch Football Italia, Gol Lazio, all that stuff. This is proper football, man. Big up Matty, man. Make sure you go and follow Matty Southern Gooner. Big up DJB. Make sure you go and follow DJB as well. Appreciate the super chat. You and Matty, he said, this game is levels. Yeah, I'm a negative fan demanding this at Arsenal after $1 billion spent. It's like going London, going Selfridges and spending 10 grand on your outfit and you still look terrible for the night out. And you go, mate, you've just spent 10 grand, ain't you? Got no swagger. Oh, you can't expect swagger for 10 grand. I need 100 grand for a decent outfit. Oh, that's Arteta, bro. No swagger. Got popping tags everywhere, but got no swag. Don't know how to put the outfit together. You know what I mean? These men are going TK Maxx and getting a better outfit than Arteta. I only paid £20 for this t-shirt. Them jeans were 30. You know what I mean? I'm dressed good. You spent 10 grand in Selfridges. You look like a homeless man. That's Arteta, bro. I'm telling you. Oh, you can't expect entertaining football. Oh, I can actually, mate. I can. And we should all demand it. Amici said, Pen, it's Champions League. Oh, this was from just before half time. Conrad Lema on for Alphonso Davis. Hopefully not an injury. Set said, Arteta will not allow you to play end-to-end football. No, it's his worst nightmare. Gnabry on crutches there. Former Arsenal player. Big Stepper sounds... No, I read that one. Big up to you, bro. Real talk, Arteta plays park the bus against these two, says DM. 100%. Gyökeres or Havertz would be up front by themselves. We would never hit that counter-attack. Cardonio said, champagne football today, cramp pain football tomorrow. I know. Arteta would rather watch paint dry, yeah? MJ said, we destroyed you in Jan. You scored 2 deflect. Bro, come on. Man United, man, you just enjoy top 4 and be quiet for this season. You can chat to us next season, possibly, but this season, just chill, bro. Be happy with top 4. Just be happy with top 4. Arteta watching West Brom 2012. Pulis. Exactly. That's what he's watching. Tony Pulis probably his idol. Oh, guys. Pulis football, guys. Unbelievable, guys. Talk on Sesko's finish. Jock Lesnar would have skied it. That was a good finish, MJ. I'm not even going to lie. But let's be real. You've played Mbuemo over him most of the season. So there's obviously something not fully right. If I was United, I'd still buy a striker. And that's not because Sesko doesn't have talent. I don't think that's the striker that leads United back. But he's young anyway, so somebody will go for Osimhen, I think, this summer. Somebody will go for him. He's Galatasaray. He can get a better move, I think. Gunnar Galactico. Oh, guys, like the video, guys. Oh, guys. Big Elgato. We can't stop wingers that dribble for fun. Yeah, we struggle. Because we sit deep, allow them to get at us, pull our wingers back. And both these teams dribble like crazy. Balea's in the dance, LOL, and Xabi Alonso. But knowing our owners will retire Bakayoko and make him our head coach. I saw Chelsea link with Areola from Bournemouth. Mourinho and Vinny are going to throw hands. If Mourinho goes to Real, I don't know if that works. I just don't know if that works. That dressing room, Vinny, what he went through, Mbappe, are they going to accept him? This guy was defending a guy who racially abused him. I just don't see it working, but you never know. Maybe Mourinho puts his arm around Vinny and says, look, man, I was just defending my player. I wasn't condoning it. Maybe Vinny forgives him. Who knows? Cal said, if we make it to the final, we are going to have to play some ugly football. Yeah, we can't go toe-to-toe. We can't. We'd have to sit back and just frustrate them. Big up Kieran Taylor. We're cooked if we make the final. You just never know, bro. Football's a strange game. I remember when Chelsea got Man City. Everyone, City, are they going to win the Champions League now? They lost. Bayern on the attack. All ball given away. Hakimi does well. Fizzy said, if we can get our acts together at the back, we should be able to get the better of either team. It's a chaos game. Some managers would actually look at this game and say it's a poor game. It's too wild. Pep Guardiola might watch this game and go, I don't like this if I was the coach. Pep loves control. He wants to dominate possession. They've both conceded 2 and 3 goals in the first half. You know, a lot of coaches wouldn't like this game. They might say, yeah, it's entertaining, but they might say from a coaching point of view, this is way too open. Do you know what I mean? They want a clean sheet at half time. There's too many chances for either side. The one positive as Arsenal that we could take, none of these back fours look good. PSG have scored 3 and had probably 2 great chances on top of it. Doué's one just wide, Dembele's 1-on-1, and Bayern Munich don't look great. And PSG, Bayern Munich have had chances as well. Elise should have scored before, so. But then we don't attack much. So it depends. No, Upamecano striding forward like that. Oi! Cleared away by Marquinhos. Tiger said, oh, guys, how do these teams have midfielders that aren't bodybuilding marathon runners and wingers that don't play wing back? Unbelievable, guys. It's unbelievable, guys. He doesn't give the pen if Bayern hadn't had one. I remember one time when PSG got a dodgy penalty against Newcastle for handball as well. They seem to get them penalties, Ricky. Ball over the top. Dembele tries to lay it into Doué. Jonathan Tah gets there ahead of him. Stephen said, watching football after a long time, after watching Harambal. I'm telling you, bro, we've been suffering watching that football. Be cool, stay frosty. What a match we're witnessing, Big C. Champagne football. Mikel's drowsiness-inducing cough syrup anti-football tomorrow. I hear you. Is Luis Diaz in the area? Cuts inside. Oi, overdoes it there. Needed to get the shot off. PSG clear. PSG on the counter-attack is ferocious. It's pure pace. Is Kvara against Upamecano. Oh, I skipped him. See you later. Kvara. Oh, they're appealing for a penalty. No. I think Upamecano, as Kvara draws his leg back. No, Hakimi's wiped someone out. I think as Kvara pulls his leg back, it more hits Upamecano's leg. Does Upamecano actually put in a challenge? VAR check for a penalty. Does Upamecano do anything? No penalty. That ain't a penalty, man. He doesn't really... I mean, he does step forward a little bit, but I don't think you get a penalty for that. He kicks the back of his leg, really. No penalty given, people. What a game. Rish said, we won't win any trophy. Community Shield it is. Do you know what? I was looking at that the other day, right? Man City, if they win the league and win the FA Cup, we will play in the Community Shield as the second place team in the Prem. And that happened a couple of years ago when we won it. I think, did Trossard score at the end? It was embarrassing because when you play in the Community Shield, one team's meant to walk out with the FA Cup. The other's meant to walk out with the league title. Man City walked out with both trophies and we walked out with nothing. And we won the Community Shield. It was crazy. And it better not happen again, I'm telling you. Is Luis Diaz left-hand side. Marquinhos on a yellow. Hesitant. Vegas Gunner said, we don't have the energy or technique to compete with these teams. Arteta is the vampire, not Emery. Yeah. I hear you. Leopold said, we're starved of good football at Arsenal. This is like the first cheat meal after a long diet. Absolutely sensational. Eyes are glued. I'm telling you, it's like just eating a salad every day for 364 days. And you go, it's good for me, but boy, man, I'd love some flavour. And then on the last day, you get to have the meal that you want. Do you know what I mean? And you eat it and you're like, oh my days, this is incredible. That's how it feels watching this game. I've been watching salad football for the season. No flavour. No nothing. Little bit of goodness. Because we've been winning. But nothing to get excited about. Big up Daniel, who said, so nice to watch a quality game of football. Restored my faith in the game after watching us play. Yep. Random said, Lewis Skelly to replace Zubamendi and Nwaneri over Trash Wakey. Mate, Lewis Skelly, he only played 10 minutes, but he looked better than Zubamendi on the ball. Oh, Bayern Munich on the attack. Diaz up against Marquinhos. Great ball. Kane, tried to pull it across. It wasn't Kane, sorry. Kane was the one waiting. It was Stanisic. That's actually a poor pass. Should have picked him out there. Drill that across goal. I mean, listen, it's not as easy as it looks, but it wasn't a good pass. Ultimate Gunner, why were Bayern still attacking? They were 1-0 up. Yeah, exactly. Arteta would have parked the bus and said, we'll take 1-0. Is Luis Diaz up against Marquinhos. Takes him on. Oh, shot wide. Lamer. Kosho said 5 goals scored in the first half. Sure, it's fun to watch. Wouldn't we be criticising Arsenal if they'd conceded 3 times in a half? Maybe a glimmer of hope for a resolute defence. Listen, I do get it at the same time. You could argue that going 1-0 up and defending, you might have gone in at half time at least level, where Bayern Munich's open style of players sent them in 3-2 down. So I do understand it. Kane has scored over 50 goals this season. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, a lot of it is Bundesliga tax, but he's a great player. You know, you put Mbappe in Bayern Munich's team, I think he scores 50 goals. You put Haaland in there, well, yeah, I reckon Haaland would score 50 goals, to be honest. He got like 30 goals at Dortmund. So the thing is, Atletico Madrid got ballers, unlike Arsenal, that can turn the game. Alvarez, Lookman, Llorente, I can see them balling. Tomorrow, there's going to be times in that game tomorrow where we're surviving. I think Atletico will go for us. They're going to be like, what? Home game in that atmosphere. They're going to, no Timber as well. So you got Lookman up against Ben White, who has looked shaky against pace this year. Or Mosquera, who, he's a tall centre-back going to right-back. He can be got at as well. I don't know who you play at right-back tomorrow, to be honest. Ben White probably better on the ball. Mosquera probably better 1v1 defender. Arad said, imagine the Arsenal players on the WhatsApp group thinking, what did we do to deserve Nani on the wing after this? 4 years of paying for a TikTok driller. PSG on the attack. This is a chance. Hakimi rolls it in. Oh, they got in each other's way. Kvara scores! What a player. Man said, yo, 2 goals, yeah? Yo, he was going to hit the ice in the vein celebration. This team is ferocious. I go back to my original opinion. PSG are crazy going forward. 4 goals to do. To do, eh? 4 goals to 2. Kvaratskhelia with a second. They are absolutely lethal in transition. There is not a better team in world football on the break. They are sensational on the break. Look at that. 1 ball over the top. Hakimi in behind. Rolls it in. Dembele. Does he dummy it? Great finish at the near post. Sends that goal. Does he dummy that? I think he does, He jumps out of the way. Near post. What a finish. What a player. Kvara, for me, the best left winger in world football. He's unbelievable. Look at that guy, Luis Enrique, man. Wow. They're going to score again. I'm telling you, look, they're ridiculous on the break. Davis is off for Lema as well. So Doué rolls it in. Oh, he cleared at the back post. Look at the numbers they get forward. Look, it's like 6 players in the area when they cross the ball. They flood you in attack. That's why they concede, because if you hit them on the break, but it's like they know they're going to score. I love the way they play football. Luis Enrique, mate, honestly, he is levels. We were saying, innit, PSG are the best team in Europe. I don't understand why this sudden switch has happened that everybody thought Bayern were better than PSG. The only thing PSG have lost is their goalkeeper. The rest of the team is incredible. They smashed Europe to bits last year. Although saying that, they're on the attack, Bayern. Oh, it's cleared. I think because of how... Look at them. Look at when they break. Doué. No, just got him. Nah, he's going to cut inside. They could score again. Dembele. Right, left-hand side of the area. Dembele! Oh! My word! They do not hand out Ballon d'Ors for nothing. Osman Dembele, post and in. What a goal that is. He's give the goalkeeper the eyes. Wow. Osman Ballon d'Or. What a goal. That is crazy. I can't believe he hit that near post. Wow, they're done. Look at Vincent Kompany, mate. You're going back to Burnley. Oh, what a goal. That is sensational. They've absolutely annihilated Bayern Munich. Osman Dembele. Osman Dembele. Look at this goal, bro. Look at Doué. Toying with Jonathan Tah. Oh, is he offside? Cuts inside up on Meccano. Does Neuer with the eyes, man. Nah, he's megged him as well. Honestly, man, no. Do you know what, man? I love PSG. I don't care what anyone says. They are amazing to watch. He's megged him as well. Megged his international teammate up on Meccano. No, it counts. This is an absolute pleasure to watch. This is just, if anybody ever asks you, why do you like football so much? Put this game on and say, that's why. 59 minutes gone, we have seen 7 goals. You're right, PSG is Man Them FC. It is. Paris, you know what I'm saying? Aggressive fans, lively atmosphere, street ballers. Bunch of street ballers, bro. I love it. I tell you what, I would love it if we beat them. Love it. PSG, man. They're the streets, bro. Oh, they might score again. Vitinha into Dembele. Oh, he's done with it. Kvara, 25 yards out. Goes past Upamecano. He manages to recover. This is unbelievable. This is a masterclass. Company banned. By the time he gets back in the dugout for the home game, it's too late. You can never see Arsenal doing a dummy. Maybe if someone miscontrols it, maybe. Yeah, total football, man. Bayern need a goal. 3 goals, they're out, I reckon. 3-goal lead. They need 5-3, maybe 5-4, but PSG look like they're going to score every time they attack. Problem they've got Bayern now is Davis came off. They haven't really got... They're getting outpaced all over the pitch. Who's that? Is that Fabian Ruiz? He's a baller as well, man. Jeez, they're bringing on Ruiz. They're going to get even better. Imagine, no, I read that one. Los Galacticos, Big C, Mikel would bench them. They dribble too much, yeah? He'd play Trossard over Kvara. He'd play, I don't know, Saka over Doué. Do it! Nah, listen, Saka's a good player. Just got the wrong manager who smashed his hamstrings to bits. You need counter-attacks in the Champions League, said Most Wanted, 100%. Transition football, bro. C. Law said we ain't winning the league because they haven't done enough watch-alongs with a nice shirt and Levi's. Yeah, if I had the Levi jeans, we'd have won it all. We'd have won it all. MJ, start bench, choke slam, Kavari, Amal Sack. The MJs are... This guy just wants to cause controversy. Is Luis Diaz... Oh, he's cooked him. Oh, the goalkeeper's got off his line. What a catch. 3 ballers, man. I can't choke slam any of them. Who would I start out of Kvara or Lamine Yamal? It's tough, that. I'm probably more of a Lamine Yamal fan, but Kvara's numbers are crazy. It's a tough one. Saka wouldn't start, let's put it that way. Not with those two. Mr. B reminds me of Martinelli. What a player. Yeah, 100%. Kvara reminds me of a young Martinelli in the Brazilian 4th division. Yeah, if only. I don't mind playing stinky football against teams like these. We can't go toe-to-toe against these. They'll rip us apart. And that's kind of it. We kind of have to. What you've got to do as Arsenal, let's assume PSG, because they're 5-2 up. So it looks like they're the ones who'll get through. We can't go on that pitch and go, yo, attack versus attack. There's only one winner, bro. We can't beat them with attack. We have to actually calm their attack down, frustrate them, and hit them in transition and set pieces and stinky football. That's the problem, and that's what we'd have to do. That's just the reality of it. You know, Mourinho, when he was at Inter Milan, he didn't go to Barcelona and go, yo, let's go band for band here and see who's better. He knew, like, yo, he had Eto'o at left wing back. at Inter Milan and Milito up front. You know what I mean? That's what we would have to stink out that final like you would not believe. Zaire Emery coming off for Fabian Ruiz. Iron said, don't try copium. Arsenal can win. PSG will kill us. Listen, you never know, man. PSG is my favourite team to watch even after losing 8-2. Oh, you're a Chelsea fan. PSG are electric, bro. Joe said we are stinky but not conceding 5 if we play PSG. Oh, there's a goal! Upamecano's got one back. This is absolutely insane. What a ball. Little flick, he scores. What is Pacho doing there? You haven't even jumped. What's he doing? You might look at him. He's not even looking at the ball. What is Pacho doing there? 5-3. This is genuinely a game of FIFA. Just goals everywhere. What? 8 goals in 64 minutes. Wow, Bayern are back in it. If they get one more, if they lose 5-4, they got a chance in Germany. This is absolutely unbelievable. Great ball in. I think it was Kimmich. Flicked on by Upamecano. No idea what Pacho is doing. Just standing next to him, not even jumping. Random clips. Harry Kane will stat pad all season long and then disappear in the more important moments against bigger teams. When it matters, always flops in finals. Well, that's always been the sort of question mark against him. Lay, I hear what you're saying from a coaching perspective. No, do you know what it is? 50% of the game. He said it's not a good game. Nah, the attack is great. It's 5-3. Some of these goals have been fantastic as well. The attack has been brilliant. The defense is terrible. 50% of this game is elite. Both defenses look dreadful. Like I said, a lot of coaches would look at this game and go, I don't like this. You're too open. Free kick again here to Bayern Munich. They scored from a similar situation last time. But man said it's the Sidemen charity match, Champions League version. Yeah, I'm telling you. Top team shouldn't be this open. But do you know what it is? Both managers have obviously decided that's how they want to play football. Whipped in again. Goalkeeper punches it away. As Arsenal fans, even though the football in terms of attack is incredible, we would take a little bit of hope from the fact that PSG have conceded 3 and Bayern have conceded 5. And to be honest, both of them could have scored 2 or 3 more. Never seen a team kick off and just kick it across the line. Used to happen a lot in the lower leagues, what I played in, like from kickoff. Clip the ball out for a throw-in down by their corner flag and then go and box them in that corner. This game is finally balanced because if Bayern score again and he's rolled him, comes out, the shot's blocked. Oof. Momentum's changed again. PSG looked like they were going to score every time. Now Bayern are putting them under pressure. Bradley Barcola's coming on. Not a bad substitute, that, is it? Who would you even bring off? The whole PSG front three have been brilliant. I look at this as a brilliant game. I get it. From a coaching perspective, you could say defensively it's way too open. It's not good. But going forward, it's been absolutely brilliant. Bringing on Barcola is just crazy because he's electric as well. You know what I mean? You've been defending against Doué and Dembele and Kvara, and then Barcola comes on. It's like, wow, what an impact player that is to bring on. Anyway, ball over top. Luis Diaz. Oh my days, what a touch! Oh my days, what a goal that is! Wow, we are watching. He's offside. He's offside. Oh my days, the first touch, he controls it with the outside of his foot. Is that Kane? He's onside. He's onside. Check the touch. Bang. That is an unbelievable goal. Liverpool fans, you should be feeling sick right now. How did you sell him? That first touch is unbelievable. That's going to count. That's going to count. It's the best game I've seen all season. I don't care about defence. That is a goal. They're drawing the lines. He's saying the lines, guys. They're drawing the lines. I think that's onside. Yeah, you get in the Champions League. It's usually quick goal. There we go. The game's getting even better, people. That goal is ridiculous. Luis Diaz, the touch and finish. We are watching one of the best games of football that we have seen in a long time. Look at that touch, bro. Man pops it in the air. Man's got Marquinhos breakdancing. Man's doing Cotton Eye Joe. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from? Cotton Eye Joe. He's got him all over the place. That is crazy. Barcola, who's he come on for? I bet he's took Douay off. No, these men are just booting the ball out for a throw-in from kickoff. Wow. This is unbelievable. Imagine not watching this game. Douay off. I don't know why he's done that. Maybe he's not defending as much, but he was having a good game. Paris Saint-Germain 5. Bayern Munich 4. And they are still attacking. They are literally going punch for punch. Genuine question. Why did Liverpool let Luis Diaz leave? Like, how? Second leg next week. We will be there, guys. We will be there. I'd rather watch 5-4 than 0-0. So we'll take it. Who would you rather have in the final? I genuinely don't know now. I still think I'd rather play Bayern, probably. Because PSG are just insane, but none of them can defend. Plus, psychologically, I think sometimes it does count when you've beaten a team before. It gives you a little bit of belief. I know it wasn't at crunch time, but I just think the fact we've beaten Bayern Munich this season would give us a bit of belief. We played PSG twice last year and lost to them both times. I think I'd rather play Bayern Munich. Neuer in goal. Even though the PSG keeper's not great either. Was that pass from Kane? Yeah, I couldn't tell. I thought it was Kane. Ridiculous pass. Ridiculous pass. His link-up play is crazy. Listen, I'm not getting gassed. Atletico Madrid is a monster tie, bro. I'm going to end that poll, actually. Who have you guys voted who you would rather play? A lot of you in the comments were saying you'd rather play Bayern. 63% say they'd rather play Bayern Munich. 37% say Paris. Paris Saint-Germain. Well, that's the problem, innit? Can we attack these teams? You know what I'm saying? That's the issue. You've got to hurt these teams when you break, and we don't necessarily do that. That's where you can run into problems. Thanks for the channel. Yeah, big up, man. Big up to everyone locked in, man. I'm definitely going to do more of these streams because actually I enjoy them more because I'm just more relaxed. When I'm watching Arsenal, it's just pure stress. That game tomorrow is going to be... I'll just be stressed out watching that game tomorrow. You know what I mean? So, big up Rishi Panda, and he said, and we can't attack. Yeah, we need to learn to, but like people are saying in the chat, if we play against any of these teams in the final, we're going to have to spoil the game. That's the reality of the situation. We can't go toe-to-toe with these teams. Biscuit talk tomorrow. Yeah, probably. They're not trying to defend. Exactly. They're not. They recognise the game for what it is. Oh, my days. No, Elise. Luckily, the guy covered it. Mendes getting... Man gave him the bam, bam. No, you're not showing it. He's just done Mendes again. Mendes getting smoked by Elise, man. I think it's because he keeps the ball so close to his feet. I think if you're a quick winger and you just try and run Mendes, he will destroy you. He seems to struggle against those guys with close dribbling. Like I remember when Jadon Sancho done him for Dortmund. This is an unbelievable game of football. I don't want this game to finish. Corner to Bayern Munich. Can we actually get 5-5? Elise whips it in back post. And that goes out for another corner. Whoever mentioned Micah Götze earlier, you know ball. Listen, I'll be honest, I've seen the odd highlight of him, but I don't know enough about him. So you guys who watch Ajax, give me some more info on him. How good is he? Winger, apparently he's got like 16 league goals in Holland. Meant to be very good. Twofold. If Arsenal make the final, it'll be 8-2 to PSG. It won't, bro. I'm telling you. We are very defensive. We play 4 centre-backs, basically 2 defensive midfielders. Like I said, when's the last time we got smoked by any team, really? Like, heavy defeat. We haven't really... I can't think of one for a while. PSG, even those games were close. Kimmich whips it into the back post. Headed across. And PSG managed to clear it away. Jermaine said, Big C, screw the defence. This is a cup match. What football is worried about defence in the league? Man said 9 goals. Yeah, it's incredible. Arteta, halt! SG777, we let him go because stats versus eye test. Stat merchant. Oh, Luis Diaz. Are you talking about Diaz? I'm assuming. I always liked Diaz at Liverpool, man. He didn't put up the numbers that maybe he should have, but I always felt that there was a season he got injured against Arsenal. That put him out for months. Then they had the season his dad got kidnapped. I just always thought Diaz was a good player. I was surprised they let him go. I mean, 60-odd million is good business. They only paid 30-odd for him. Here's Bradley Barcola up against Lema. I just love... I mean, he's give the ball away. I love the way PSG get at you so much. They're so direct. Elise has just gone up another level, man. When Elise was balling out at the start of the season, I thought maybe it's just Bundesliga tax, man, and you're playing for Bayern Munich. You're better than everybody in the league, but he's doing it in the Champions League. He's doing it for France. Kane, you ain't getting that one, mate. Oh, he actually did. He's done patch. Yo, he's done unreal to keep the ball there. This could be a goal. Diaz, doesn't find the pass. You got to rate Kane, to be fair. The man ain't even quick. Most strikers have got a yard of pace. He's not even quick. Elise, corner of the area. Hey, oi, just about blocked, man. Yo. They rave about Pacho at PSG. He hasn't looked that great. What's happened there? Oh, I thought he was giving a red card to Fabian Ruiz there. He gives him a yellow. Michael Elise is a crazy baller, man. Ian said, neither team can defend, but we can't attack. What are we doing? Yo, that's the problem. Yo, I see him swearing at him there. Nah, you've exaggerated that fall. You nearly injured yourself falling over. Nick said, this game has actually made me hopeful. Arsenal are miles better defensively and will control the game. Even though their attack is weak, this game is too risky. There has to be balance. The only thing I agree with some of what you're saying. Will we control the game? Do we keep the ball that well in midfield now? Zubimendi and Rice against Vitinha and them. Are they going to keep the ball? I'm not sure they will. Rice said Toni Kroos is the best player he has faced. Them kind of midfielders, they just give you the run around, don't they? You know what I mean? They're mavericks, Musiala coming off for Goretzka. Them kind of midfielders are just... The brain is 2 steps ahead of your feet. You run around, them guys will just bop you off the pitch. We've seen it. Most Wanted said, we parked it, winning 1-0. These teams would walk us over. Lee Taylor said, Paris... pains me watching Diaz. Bayern Munich get Diaz and we're stuck with Gakpo. Came down to money why he went. We would not counter what Bayern Munich offered, so he went. I think they gave him massive wages, didn't they? In Liverpool, their owners were probably going, how old is he? 28? They're probably looking at it going, we're not giving a 28-year-old massive wages, but they're everything. A lot of these guys, they look at it from a business perspective. In fact, he's 29, so yeah, but he'll ball out in the Bundesliga for years. It'll be interesting. SG, yes, Diaz, he's a baller, but need the eye test too. I mean, I'm seeing the eye test in a Bayern Munich shirt. But Liverpool fans, what are you saying? You don't feel like Diaz was doing up eye test at Liverpool? I thought he was decent at Liverpool, but obviously you guys watch him a lot more. And SG said the eye test as well. So obviously Liverpool fans that I just thought Diaz and Nunes, even though Darwin Nunes not good enough, they were a nightmare to play against. They pressed you all game. Imagine that was the final. Get ready. Realistically, this game should be the Champions League final. You'd be talking about this for years. But personally, someone said it earlier. I mean, I want Arsenal in the final. He said, I'd rather just go out to Atletico than play one of these in the final and get beat. But I'd rather just have that opportunity of winning. Anything can happen in Europe. Missed time challenge, red card 10 minutes in. Pacho sent off. Game changers. You just don't know. We played PSG twice last year, and honestly, they didn't batter us. Donnarumma was the difference in both games, really. He saved them. Turbo Minty Fresh, I'm still raging. We sold Diaz. We missed that pace. Yeah, because Gakpo, I don't rate him. Don't rate him at all. Just doesn't have the hunger for Liverpool. You got to have hunger to play for Liverpool. And I just think Gakpo's just too laid back. You can be laid back if you're an absolute baller like Elise or someone, but Gakpo's laid back and not that good. Big up Shaden, who said, from a Liverpool supporter, Diaz is way better than Gakpo. Yeah. Nuno Mendes down. Apparently he's just come back from injury, so maybe they'll take him off. Lucas Hernandez warming up. Not a bad fullback, is it? Bro, innit, Callum? The fact that's even a sentence. He had the season he got injured, then his dad got kidnapped. I mean, that's enough to give anyone a couple seasons of, let him find his feet. Gakpo's the Dutch Rashford. He ain't as good as Rashford, bro. No chance. Don't get me wrong, Rashford's inconsistent, but he's better than Gakpo for me. I've seen him do more. What has Gakpo ever really proved in his career? Rashford's had like big seasons. Mane and Salah was insane. I honestly think Mane and Salah is probably one of the most difficult wing partnerships the Premier League's probably seen as for fullbacks. And then you've got Trent and Robertson on the overlap. That must have been an absolute nightmare. Sadio Mane 1v1 is one of the best wingers I've ever seen in the Premier League. Like, genuinely. He's a bit rags as well, but he mastered it. He made it like he knew what he was doing. He's just an unbelievable player. And then Salah was just bagging for fun. They could be in. Elise, has he done too much? He has done too much. They're fuming. Got it wrong that time. Sometimes nonchalant doesn't work. Unlucky, should have hit it earlier. Why have the Goretzka? It's like they were fuming that he didn't pass earlier. Tevez and CR7, no, but Tevez wasn't an out-and-out winger, was he? He drifted. CR7, obviously, unbelievable, but I'm talking as two wingers in the same team with the fullbacks as well. Mane and Salah was ferocious. And then you got Firmino dropping in the 10. Nuno Mendes and Kvaratskhelia come off. Lucas Hernandez and who's the other one? Oh, Mayulu comes on. We've had about 10 minutes without a goal. I don't know what's going on. SG said, I rate Diaz. My football club didn't. Silly stuff. Sometimes the ownership's in it. They're crazy. They make these business decisions that aren't for the better of the team. Liverpool could have done with Luis Diaz energy in the front line this season. Samuel Reed, big up, bro. Member for 20 months. Big up, see as always. Love the final chat. We're going to be tough tomorrow to get past Atletico over 2 legs. Need to win somehow, yeah? Tomorrow's going to be interesting more as in the mindset of both teams. Is Arteta going to send Arsenal there and go, you know what, I'd take a draw in Spain and beat them at the Emirates? I think Simeone will play very attacking football tomorrow. I think he will look at it and say, if Atletico are going to get through, they need to win the game in Madrid. So I think they'll go for us tomorrow. Alvarez, Griezmann, Lookman. Is Arteta going to go there and say, I'll take a draw? We need to play with some ambition and still try and beat them. Amici said, we're acting as if we're already in the final. Before debating which one of these teams we'd rather play, we should focus on getting past Athletic. Listen, as I said with my poll, big if, capital I, if we beat Atletico Madrid, which team would you rather play? However, we've still got a big task. But we can beat them at the same time if we get our act together. Diaz was good at Liverpool. The problem is their fans wanting the same GA Mane was putting up. Mane and Salah were doing video game numbers. That's the problem, innit? When you have players and they set a certain standard, you expect the replacement to have the same standards. And when they don't, you probably think they're a failure. That's the problem. Mane and Salah have done something we haven't really seen in the Premier League. You know, what other club have had 2 wingers putting up strikers' numbers year after year after year? Do you know what I mean? So anybody they brought in was going to be a downgrade. That's the problem. I think what Liverpool probably got to do is move away from the goals coming from Salah and maybe get 2 wingers that create for Isak. I still think Isak next year will score goals if they get him fit. They're not going to get a right winger that can do what Salah does. Is Lookman out tomorrow, people? Somebody said that earlier, but then I saw something saying he was playing. Let's have a look. Simeone would have done his press conference. Simeone said, we will see tomorrow if Lookman can recover. He still had discomfort today in training. Interesting. I reckon he'll play. Simeone will say, listen, man, fix up. Vitinha rolls it in. Oh, they've hit the post. PSG have hit the outside of the post, Mayulu. Wow, that would have been 6-4 would have been different. Well, the corner of the post and the bar, I think it was. Alfred, though, you're spot on. Yeah, the standard was too high. Mane and Salah, Narcy, Nonny and Nelly. Nonny and Nelly sounds like a cartoon of kids, innit? Remember that thing? Bodger and Badger, Bodger and Badger. La, 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 la. Nonny and Nelly, going all the way. You know what I mean? Nonny and Nelly. You could have 2 puppets, innit? One with a headband and one with his head down. Nelly, lift your head up. Are we going to get 5-all? PSG, that goal would have really... Lookman trained, yeah. Simeone's doing up mind games, man. He'll play. He'll play. Curtis, would you take a draw tomorrow? Reality, yes. But the football fan in me says I'm not taking the draw. I think we can beat them. But the reality says we've won 2 games in 7. I probably would take a draw. But no, I'm going to roll the dice. I want us to win the Champions League, so I want us to win. But yeah, draw would be a better result for us than them. Bodger and Badger was elite. If you know, you know. You know what I mean? Like Tom and Jerry. Oh, dear. Curtis never change. Never, never, never change. I never change. Jay-Z song. I tried to hit the high note there. My voice broke slightly. No one could ever make me hate Diaz. Some of our fans didn't appreciate him. Like Alfred said, you had Mane, then Diaz, so they probably didn't appreciate Diaz. But now you got Gakpo, you probably wish that you had Diaz. You know what I mean? That's how football goes. Has Hakimi done his hamstring? I mean, he's stretching it. If you'd done your hammy, you wouldn't really be I don't know. Has he done it or is he just tight? Only thing our defense is better than PSG and Bayern. Sometimes you win trophies by defending well. That's the crazy thing. Cancel both Arsenal's ties, make this out of 7 like the NBA. That would be unreal, wouldn't it? What do you think of this brand of attacking football? I absolutely love it, as Kevin Keegan once said. How can you not enjoy this? Everybody that loves football has loved this game. You know, I mean, this is a joy to watch. To beat PSG and Bayern, we need a fit and on-form Bukayo. I agree with that. We need Timber back as well. We need Timber back. Diaz would smoke Ben White, and so would Kvara. And Mosquera, I reckon, as well. Low centre of gravity, I reckon they'd twist him up. We need Timber back. Would you rather win every game 5-4 or 1-0? 5-4. Pure drama. 1-0's are boring, man. The coach would probably say 1-0. Clean sheet and you scored. They love that. Beresford Productions, big up, bro. Imagine I've been out with friends, missed a banger of a game, only to tune in tomorrow for a stinky 1-0, yeah? Listen, you never know. You never know. Atletico, I think they're going to attack us, so the 0-0s and 1-0s we're predicting might not be right. Kane shoots, deflected straight at the keeper. I think look, Atletico played Barca in the last round, and there was loads of goals. We've got 3.5 minutes to go, people. Vegas Gunner said Arsenal 2026, 4 centre backs, Rice playing the 8, Timber underlapping, and time wasting versus Wolves. Arteta ain't nothing without a checkbook. It's crazy, isn't it? You know, when managers get labelled checkbook managers, it usually means that you've won loads of trophies, but the only reason you did it is because you spent loads of money, right? So they disrespect managers by going, oh, he's a checkbook manager. Pep's a checkbook manager. They used to say it about Mourinho at Chelsea, or, you know, clubs where they've spent a fortune and won money, right? Our manager has spent loads of money and hasn't won the trophies. So I don't even know if you can call Arteta a checkbook manager, because he spent the dough and hasn't even brought the trophies back. You wouldn't mind calling him a checkbook manager. Listen, mate, you've spent $1 billion. That's the only reason you've won the title. All right, cool. You've spent $1 billion. You've won one FA Cup that Aubameyang and Emi Martinez won for you. Bayern are bringing on Nicholas Jackson for the last 2.5 minutes. Luis Diaz twisting and turning. Will there be another goal? Bayern on the attack 2 minutes ago. Lema gets the byline. It's blocked. Goalkeeper tries to... They managed to clear it away. Goalkeeper's down, holding his leg. Is he got cramp or is he time wasted? Yeah, who's watched the Michael Jackson film, actually, man? Is that worth watching? Is it worth watching? Michael Jackson. PSG keeper down. I reckon he's time wasting. But I could be wrong. Maybe he got kicked. Look how open their defence is. What happened to the keeper here? Let's have a look. We'll have a look. I don't know what's wrong with him there. What does he do? He's holding his foot. Is it here? Does it get trapped under him? I don't know. I don't know what. He's time wasting, man. Nothing wrong with him. I'll be honest with you, people. This game's not over. I don't know who wins this in Germany. They can come back from 5-4 Bayern Munich if they score early. This is a very, very open game. Here's Nicholas Jackson. Nicholas Jackson. Yeah, bringing the standard of the game down. Kicking the ball at someone's shin. Diaz whips it in. That's not a bad ball, headed away. I'm a bit disappointed we haven't had a goal for like 15 minutes. Here's Upamecano. Bayern on the attack. Elise rolls it down the line to Harry Kane. Oh, it's a corner. Let it go out for a corner. His nephew's playing MJ. Not UM. Yeah, not MJ in the chat, of course. The guy who acted as Michael Jackson wasn't great. That's the problem, innit? Yeah. Ball whipped in for Bayern Munich. Goalkeeper punches it away, headed over him, cleared off the line. Cleared off the line by Pacho. Wow. Looping header over the goalkeeper. Marcola, can he get that? No. Full-time whistle. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. What an unbelievable game of football. Listen, there's people saying the defending wasn't good, and it wasn't. That is the reason you watch football, to watch games like that. You think Arsenal can defend either of those clubs? Albert, I mean, looking at that game, you would say no. But as I said, stranger things have happened. We played Bayern this season and beat them. But as I said, once the pressure's on, we don't seem to deal with it. That was unbelievable. Neville said Arsenal fans used to hate Chelsea for winning ugly. Yeah, under Mourinho. People, I'm going to round up. Big up to everyone who locked in today. 4,750 of you tuned in. Unbelievable watch along. Enjoy this one because tomorrow night might look slightly different. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to put out a pre-recorded video probably in the morning. We're going to delve into Arteta's press conference and stuff like that. And also there's been some transfer links. So we'll delve into that. But big up to everyone. Appreciate the support. Hit the like button. Unbelievable game of football. The game is still beautiful despite what Mikel Arteta has been showing us. Paris Saint-Germain 5, Bayern Munich 4. We will be there next week for the return leg, people. Bless.